The story begins with the main character, whose name is Hyunmoo, as a crystal moss collector, doing the job of a collector in a sewage with other collectors. While searching through the sewer, he thinks today is also going to be a waste, and he is not going to find anything. He then suddenly looks up and sees a purple color shining rocks and thinks that it is big enough to complete his daily quota of a cleaner. He then tries to reach the rock and trips and fell into the water. His co-worker comes to help him and ask him if he is all right. Hyunmoo tells his co-worker that he is fine, and his female co-worker, whose name is Yoo Min, and she is a college research assistant, tells Hyunmoo to not overwork himself. After completing the duty, Hyunmoo is pissed that he only got $30, and it is not enough to him to survive. While being angry of the past, he then remembers how 30 years ago dungeons appeared, and with dungeon appeared people with powers. Hyunmoo had received no powers, and had no chance of developing any abilities. While Hyunmoo was thinking of his sadness and loneliness, someone calls Hyunmoo and introduces himself to be lawyer Robert Lee. He tells Hyunmoo that he is there to give him what his father has left behind for him. It comes as a surprise to Hyunmoo, as to his knowledge he does not have any parents. The lawyer gave him a necklace, and Hyunmoo shows this necklace to his co-worker Yoo Min and tells her that the necklace might be cheap and not even sell for a higher price. Yoo Min tells Hyunmoo that it is not a necklace, but is a return stone. She further explained that it is an item that hunters uses to escape from dungeons, and can only be used in dungeons. Hyunmoo was puzzled that why something like a return stone was left for him. Yoo Min tells Hyunmoo that there is no reason for him to enter a dungeon and then apologizes, and she did not want to hurt him by emphasizing that he has no powers. Hyunmoo tells her that it is fine. Hyunmoo comes back home and watches TV and gets jealous of a hunter named Lee Ji-tae, who is strong, powerful, and rich, and Hyunmoo compares himself to him, and that, compared to Lee Ji-tae's rich lifestyle, all Hyunmoo have is a worthless necklace. Hyunmoo imagines that if he gets a chance, he will do everything he can to escape his shitty life. Suddenly, light is shining from the necklace that Hyunmoo was holding. The lights got brighter and brighter, and suddenly Hyunmoo found himself standing in some other place where the moon is bright red. Buildings were in a shattered manner, like the whole place was destroyed, and suddenly receives a message that he has awakened mana, and mana is circulating inside his body. Hyunmoo is puzzled, as he never had mana, and that is why all his life was shitty. And the final message that he has received is that he is the final survivor of Earth. Hyunmoo is shocked and sees if there is anyone around, and suddenly finds crystal moss and a very big rock of crystal moss. Hyunmoo is surprised and estimates the rock to be tens of thousands of dollars. Suddenly, Hyunmoo fell to the ground and received a message that he has been poisoned and is being attacked by enemies. Hyunmoo is puzzled by the fact that he is attacked by enemies and can't find any even after looking around. Hyunmoo then receives a message from the pop-up window that he has died. After a while, Hyunmoo wakes up in the same place, receiving a quest from the pop-up window to survive until sunrise. He is shocked and does not know what to do, and also, he has died once. He starts running away and does not know what is going on. Hyunmoo, while running again, receives a message that he has died again. After dying 8 times in a single row, not knowing what is happening and how he is dying, he simply prays and apologizes to God or Buddha, and thinks of it as a plan 1. He then, again, receives a message that he has died. After the 14th death, he does not die early, but increases his survival time by using breathing techniques his father taught him when he was a child. After that, he gets a pop-up window that his level is up, one following another, pop-up window, that he has died. Now, after the 28th death, Hyunmoo feels that his body feels light, and then he gets a window that the poison in his blood has reached a threshold, and he has obtained a skill, poison blood, and he no longer will die from poison. Hyunmoo is just accepting that he gained resistance to poison by breathing the fine dust, and that led to him gaining skill poison blood and deemed it to be nonsense. Hyunmoo then looks around and sees crystal moss lying around the area and thinks, if they are real, Then suddenly a pop-up window appears and asks if Hyunmoo wants to collect the crystal mosses. Hyunmoo is dumbstruck by the things he could do now and thinks he can do all kinds of things now. Hyunmoo then notices a sound he has been hearing for a while, and he thinks that the sound is familiar. Hyunmoo turns back and is shocked to see a wave of mosquitoes and starts running. Pop-up appears and shows that they are level 3 mosquitoes, but Hyunmoo tells the pop-up window that he already knows that and starts running. Suddenly, the mosquitoes start attacking Hyunmoo. Hyunmoo tries to fight the mosquitoes, but the mosquitoes pierces Hyunmoo's body, and suddenly mosquitoes start bursting. Hyunmoo gets revived, wakes up, and opens his eyes, and a pop-up appears that he has leveled up.